everybody, welcome back to Laaleebee Knits. It's me and the creaky chair. It's very annoying and I'm a swinger on my chair. I need to stop. Hi, hello. Look at me doing a little podcast. Got my hair did. 4 hours in the hairdressers is too long. But yeah, hi, welcome back to Laaleebee Knits. Thank you so much for joining. For being so nice after my little unplanned hiatus. I'm back with some more knitting and an obscene amount of yarn. Like, I've been gathering this. It's been a little while since I recorded the last video. There's a very long pause in between recording it and actually getting it uploaded. So there's a lot of yarn here. And I haven't quite realised how much there is until I just looked at it. So yeah, obscene. And obscene because I also am not knitting at the rate I used to. So I need to have a wee word with myself on that. But yeah, I just was doing a little bit of work. It's a Sunday and I was working, but I'm not anymore. And it's nice and sunny outside. It's been beautiful weather here in Northern Ireland for the past couple of days. Although the hay fever has really hit me hard this summer. It's not even summer, it's spring. Yeah, I never used to get bad hay fever. Neil, terrible sufferer with hay fever. But I have been kind of okay. No, streaming down my face. It's not been good. But anyway, let's get started. I have a big bag that I fill up with stuff that I want to podcast about. It's full to the brim, and there's only 2 projects in it. The rest is yarn. So I've got 2 finished objects. I have a couple of whips. Let's get started. Prepare for the creaking. Crinkle, crinkle. Okay, finished object. And then whips. Okay. First finished object, just realised hasn't got the ends weaved in, that's good. Is totally out of season now, but I think I spoke about this in my last one. Maybe I didn't, I can't remember. I cast on a Sophie scarf, another Sophie scarf. Oh, look at that red. It is absolutely not the season for Sophie scarves anymore. This is knit out of Drops. Is it Drops, this one? I can't remember now. Something, it's finger weight and mohair held together. Can't remember which one it is. I'll leave it in my description below, and I shall also update my Ravelry, which I have not done in a while. I wanted a nice little pop of red, and now that I have it, it is far too warm to be wearing it. So I knit this with why do I not have the details on this? I think it was 50 gram skein of mohair and 100 gram skein of fingering weight yarn. It's so soft and I love the colour. Very simple project. But yeah, I just really like it. So I've been doing this, I think, was this knitting for Olive? Can anyone remember? No, I'll put the details on. Look how pretty. So anyway, this is a finished object. Yay. These are very, very easy to knit. The pattern is, like, you could figure out that if you have been knitting for a while, you could figure out this pattern very easily. It's a very basic pattern. But at the time, my brain was not working. It was overwhelmed and overworked, and so I paid for the pattern. But it is a bit of a rip. It's not too expensive, to be honest, but still, it's a simple pattern. If you want to figure out, you could. If you want to support the designer, obviously do that too. Finished object number 1. Yay! Now I just have to wait for it to get cold again, which won't be very far away. Don't know if you can hear Neil giggling in the kitchen. Hopefully he's making my dinner. Okay, next finished object. I finished these yesterday. A little pair of Hermione's Everyday Socks. This is an Inspiring Yarns colour. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe something like Biscuit or something like that. And I paired this random mini that I had in my stash. This is a free pattern. For some reason, I love this pattern. I love these socks. Very easy to remember, a little offset purl 4-row repeat. I've knit these for years and years. I think I have kept maybe 6 or 7 pairs of this now, and I've gifted a lot too. They're so comfy, and they look more difficult than they are. Love, love, love. And it's nice with the speckle. I think it really shows off. You can still see the texture, but the speckle is nice. See how it goes? It looks like speckly here, and then in the plain it's more striped. I like how this pattern does that. It just speckles it. Gorgeous. Love these. Very much my colours. Okay, a finished pair of socks. This is the first pair of socks I finished this year. I knit ones for Paul for his birthday. So maybe it's the second pair. My God, I can't remember a thing. Cannot remember a thing. Anyway, those are my 2 finished objects. Shall I show you a new cast on? So, I'm pretty sure I didn't cast this on the last time I was here. I made this little Eastery project bag. I've been sitting with it like tucked under like a little basket. So cute. And I bought this yarn from Hanks. I remember talking about the yarn. It's Isager. Merilin. It's 80% wool, 20% linen. In the colour, what colour are you? E0, which I'm assuming means natural. I got 6 skeins of these. They're 50 grams. I had initially planned to do a t-shirt, and then I very quickly scrapped that because it was bottom up. Is that why I scrapped it? Can't remember. But anyway, I decided no. Bottom up doesn't make sense because the thing I have cast on with it is also bottom up. So that doesn't make sense as a reason why I scrapped it. But I decided to cast on this little cardigan. Now let me find the name of the cardigan. Let's get some details here, Natalie. Let's be helpful. Okay. The name of this cardigan is the Dargiling Bl. Oh, and it's gorgeous. Look at her. Oh, isn't that nice? So I've made some pretty good progress on this. I've split for my sleeves. It's going to be a little cropped cardigan, but I'll show you. Oh, that's ugly. What the fuck's going on there? It's just my winding the wool. My weaving Stephen is obviously not as invisible as I want it to be. But look at that cute little edging. It's a little picot cast on with a little lace detail. And then just stuck in it. Boring, 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 stuck in it. Back and forth. And now I've split for my little sleeves. And I've done nothing since because I need to do my picot edge again. Now, let's talk about this picot edge. I'll give you a little closer update. A little closer view of this. It's so beautiful and so worth it. But let me tell you, the way the pattern tells you to do it is crazy. She actually is good. She gives you quite a few options on how to do it. So like I think 4 different ways on how to do this edging. One of which is if you've ever knit a toe-up sock, to cast on your stitches like this across 2 needles. The problem with that is that's fine when you're casting on 12 for a sock, for a toe. when you have to cast on one of the bigger sizes, I think my cast on was like 380, something crazy like that. When you have to cast on a bigger size, trying to count that many stitches is not happening. It's not happening for me anyway. So what I ended up doing, a lot of the suggested cast-ons suggested using 2 needles like this and casting on, and the problem with that is when I'm casting on big large amounts of stitches, I put a little stitch marker every 50 stitches so I don't have to keep recounting. And I was using both of my hands, and I wouldn't have been able to put on the stitch marker without losing some stitches and losing my place. I don't know whether my brain just wasn't in it or it just wasn't happening, but I did not cast on like that. Instead, I did a provisional cast on, which I think she mentions. I did a little provisional cast on. I worked my picot bind off. There's the underside of it. And that was much, much easier. Much easier to track the amount of stitches I had as well. And the way I actually did that was, instead of using a crochet hook, I literally did what's the cast on you do for underarms, where you do, like, you literally just put loops on with a little twist. That's what I did with my scrap yarn. Here comes Henry, he's been barging me all day. Hello, I'm podcasting. Did you get a treat? Yeah, you giving off? Right. Well, get up on the chair and let me podcast. So anyway, Henry has been barging me to get off my desk for about an hour and a half. So if he's huffing and puffing behind me there, you know why. So I just realised I also have, my friend got me this for Christmas, little book stitch marker, which I love. So she's giving me my progress. I'm going to actually move this now because I've shown her. And, do you hear that, cheeky dog? Hen, be nice to Mama. Be nice to Mama. Go and see what's happening. Go on. I'll be down in a minute. Sport. Anyway, loving this. I think I'm going to sit and cast on the sleeves. So the sleeves have this detail as well, and it takes a wee bit of brain power. It's a Sunday night. It's like 6 o'clock. I think I'll cast those on tonight because I don't want to be blocked on it. I do want to get going again. So loving this. Can't wait to wear it. I think it will be really nice. I've been wanting to add some pieces to my wardrobe that will be nice for work too, and kind of will work with my wardrobe that I have for work. It's all very, it's not really corporate, but you know what I mean. It's not very knitting friendly, and I think this would be really nice as a little spring cardigan. So I do want to get it finished pretty soon. So that's my kind of biggest whip. What else do I have? What have I been actually reaching for? I haven't made progress on my Joanna shawl. I haven't touched it really. The only other whip that I have is another little pair of socks. Can you hear Neil? It's letting Henry out. Anyway, let's ignore. Another little pair of socks. I wanted something with a little kind of intricate pattern. These are Will-o'-the-Wisp socks, and I think this is a free pattern on Ravelry too. Don't know where the thing is. This yarn is La Bien-Aimée. It's one of her Studio Ghibli yarns. Got it here. Oh, I love her little logo, and this yarn fits it perfectly, doesn't it? It is called, oh no, it's not one of the things. It's called La Belle Époque. So it's not one of her Studio Ghibli ones. La Belle Époque, 50 grams, 232 yards per 50 grams, 75% superwash, merino nylon. So I paired it with this, which was in my stash. I don't know what it is. It's either leftovers from my little mohair. That's what it is. It's leftovers from my little, it's actually here. This Jessie May jumper that I knit, and I never really wear because I don't know how to style it. What's this called? Diaphanous raglan. I knit this in my favourite beehive yarns. I think the colourway is called Tulle, and I knit it in mohair and merino nylon. Yeah, I think that's, oh yeah, that's it. So that was obviously left over. I wish I'd knit it a little bit longer. Maybe I have some left over and I can pick up, do some surgery. Don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I thought that paired really nicely with this. So this is just the first stock I've cast on. Haven't even got the second one. I think these will be shorties. And I'm just keeping those going for whenever I want something that's not plain stockinette. So those are the only two whips I have on the needles. It's about to change pretty quickly because I have bought so much yarn for like summer, spring tops. I need to start knitting them because 'tis the season. Okay. Oh my god, I'm really not getting a lot done. Here he comes again. Hi, Barger. Run up, get comfy while I show all the yarn. Okay, pause. You're not ready for this. Okay. Oh shit, I've ripped it. Oh, and Henry's sneezing. Ew. I mean, bless you, but ew. Okay, let me get myself sorted. Oh, itchy nose. Tell you what, the hair fever? Wild. I know, Heinrich. I know. Oh, I have 2 of those to share. Right, well, I only need this. Okay. What are you? Oh, yeah, that's new. I'm not talking to you, hon. I'm podcasting. It's up to you whether you delete that bit out or not. Oh, I shall pause. Okay, so what have I been doing since I last recorded? Well, I went to what's that yarn shop called? Lighthouse Yarns in Whitehead. A couple of weeks ago now, a couple of Saturdays ago. Neil's mum had got me a birthday voucher for there, and so I went in, and they specialise in Donegal, Studio Donegal yarn. They've got quite a lot in it. So I went in and I knew I wanted to get a sweater quantity, and I thought, I'm just getting the sweater up there, I've got time for this. I've got the, honestly, I cannot do 2 things at once anymore. I've got the voucher, so it would be a good idea to get my sweater quantity of yarn. It's a little pick-me-up. Instead of buying like 1 or 2 random skeins and just adding to the stash, I'm trying to buy intentionally, and I'm trying to buy enough to do a decent project rather than 1 or 2 skittery skeins. Here we go. So this is what I have in mind. It is beautiful and I love it. It is called the Ridge sweater. Obviously I want to knit it in cream, and so I bought this. Is Darnie from Studio Donegal. It is 100% lamb's wool. Shade number 8813. It is approximately 410 meters per 100 grams, so definitely a finger and weight yarn. And I got 5 skeins because I'm not too sure how much that jumper uses, and I can't remember the lady's name who works there. She's so lovely. She said basically take the 5, and if you want to come back and exchange one, then that's fine. So they're all the same dye lot. They do look kind of differing shades, but they're all the same dye lot because we double checked. So I've got 5 skeins to make that. Beautiful, love it. So that was a big purchase I made. That was a good purchasing day. And then I've been on a little garment purchasing streak. Many skeins of this time I want to. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 is a strange number of skeins to purchase. And I can't really remember what I purchased this for, but I do know it's a t-shirt. So I've already knit with this. This is Knitting for Olive Pure Silk in the shade Cream. I've already knit with this, and I have the top that I knit in it here. I can't remember what this camisole is called. This is not it doesn't fit very nicely. I think this kind of top just doesn't really suit my body shape because the ladies are lower. I think this assumes, and I knit my straps quite small because I knew that I always take my straps up anyway and I didn't want it too low, but it just doesn't fit very nicely here. There's almost like too much fabric on this side, on the sides. So anyway, I don't know, I did wear it underneath t-shirts last year, but I am feeling like it's not my favourite to wear. So I purchased more yarn to make with it, and if I frog this and make it something else, then I do that, but that's not a decision I'm making right now. Yeah, I got 9 skeins of this. Obviously I had something in mind, but I couldn't tell you what it is now. So with the Knitting for Olive, I also got, oh yeah, this is a whip that I like barely started. Is this Knitting for Olive? Oh. Then my Sophie scarf must be Knitting for Olive. Because, yes, my Sophie scarf is Knitting for Olive. Because I bought that because I wanted to try the mohair, and then I've also got brushed alpaca and drops Flora to do another one. I wasn't really going to count this as a cast on because look at it. It's also huge and chunky. I wanted to just see how different that was. So I've got a drops version and a Knitting for Olive version, and I'll keep one and my mum will get the other. I wasn't going to show that, but there we go. She's shown it now. So the other one's Knitting for Olive. It is just a hat rack at this stage, my friends. Anyway, Knitting for Olive, and then I wanted to try out their Kashmir. Tell me what I was going to do with the 25-gram skein of Kashmir that cost me something like a tenner. What am I doing with this? I could knit a little something for Amelia, who is my best friend's baby, who turned 1 today. Knit something for Amelia. Although Kashmir, Melissa's not going to want to knit a wash Kashmir for her baby. What can I knit with you? I think I could do one of those little hair bows. Or I could just buy more skeins and not do it. I don't think I realised it was 25 grams, 150 metres. Look how tiny. Anyway, she was a surprise, an expensive surprise. But I got that too. Feels beautiful. God help me if I ever try and knit a jumper out of that because I will be bankrupt. Okay. So how many sweater quantities is that? 1, 2 so far. Well, I was waiting for them to come in and they were taking too long. So I purchased some more. I've been trying to think intentionally about my wardrobe and stuff that I wear to work and the colours that I wear. I'm very into like what season you're in. And when my hair is a bit darker, I feel like I'm a cool summer. Which I don't like. I don't like the colours that go with it, but whenever I've got my brighter hair, I feel like I'm more of a light summer. Kind of similar colouring to, what's my favourite called? Nicola Coughlan. Similar colouring to her. And so, I've picked quite a lot of things to knit some tops that I can wear to work. But they're also like kind of casual. Not casual, but like springy, summery. So, Drops were having a sale. No, Drops aren't having a sale. Well, Warehouse was having a sale on Drops. These are normally £2 a ball, and I think I got them for like £1.30, something like that. So, dirt cheap. They are the Drops Bell Unicolor. I've already knit 2 tops. I knit the Tolsta tees in these, and I like the drape. I like knitting with it. You cannot beat the price, and so I got color 26. It has like an actual name on the website, but I can't remember what that is. So these are 50 grams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of this little like off-white. It's not the whitest white. It's an Exxon. Like that. What color did I say? Did I say a color? Color 26. Oh my god, Natalie, get it together. It is 53% cotton, 33% viscose, and 14% linen. Now, there is another brand, I feel like it might be Knitting for Olive, might be somebody else, that has this exact makeup of yarn. 3 times the price. Nicer colours, 3 times the price. So I've knit with this before. I do really like it. So I got cream, and then I got the red. This is kind of a blue red. This is color 12. Ooh, she's looking kind of pinky on screen. She's definitely blue toned. And I got 7 of these. Boom, boom, boom. Taking my bad rip? Don't look at my yarn. There's more in there. March was long.
Also, it's been a while since you've podcast. You've had time to build.
Oh, thank you.
Build it up.
You're so supportive.
See, enabling everything is more.
Yeah, I think that is the word.
Right, come on. Right.
Okay, you can stay there if he's quiet. I'm nearly done.
Okay.
I'm just showing my stash.
Stop trying to audition.
Right.
Okay.
Henry's just followed him. Okay, so I've got my red. And then, I don't know why, I've obviously been feeling very French. Or picture like unionist. No. But I got a blue from Quantities. This is, let me butcher this name. Benetoit. It's not Benetoit. Oh, there. I got, these are 50 gram skeins, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them in a beautiful navy. Because I think that would be nice. Do you think this is one of my colours? I don't know now with my hair light. But I have some like grey trousers, and so I wanted something to match my grey. Anyway, got a nice navy. Love this colour, and I love Quantities actually, because they do kind of very subtly marled colours. That's made up. So my wool warehouse order was sweater quantities of these. And then last but not least, I've got 2 months worth of Beehive Yarn Clubs to show you. February's, everyone will have got their February one. She's not given them names this time around, but I've ordered the 250-gram sets, which I love actually. So this is February's. Oh, that's my colours. Cute. So that's February's. And March. Are you ready? I'm sure you'll have received March. It's what, the 6th? If you haven't received March, look away. Also my colours. And of course I got them on Sparkle. So I am not doing anything with these at the minute. I am putting them away in my stash and just stripping them. So I crammed a lot into that 31 minutes. I'm surprised I don't have as much knitting as I thought I would. So I have a sock on the go. I've got my cardigan. I want to make some good progress on that. And I'm going to cast on one of these t-shirts, I think. But which one? Oh, something has spilled over my yarn. That's not good. I don't know what that is. Anyway, maybe I'll leave that one for last so I don't have to actually use it. Can't really complain. It was £1.30. Yeah, I need to cast something on. Or must. Thinking a ranunculus. Why am I thinking a ranunculus? Do I want to cast on a ranunculus? What weight are these? I think these are DK. Yeah, 120 meters for a 50-gram skein. So they'd be DK. Do I want to cast on a ranunculus? I think I might. I think that'd be quick, didn't it? The thing that's putting me off the ranunculus is I don't want to spend time figuring it out. But I believe that they've updated the pattern now to have all those sizes. Before you just had the one size. I want something low brain power, but I also want something textured. I don't want to just knit a plain top. Or do I? I don't know. I think I'll cast on the cream first anyway. And then see where we go from there. So yeah. Next weekend's going to be exciting. I'm going away on a little trip. A couple of girls I used to work with years ago. We all reconnected recently because we've all got into our crafting kind of separately. So you'll know my friend Carol I mentioned on here, who I still haven't seen, by the way, to give her her birthday present of her scarf that of course she doesn't know about because she doesn't watch the podcast, so she doesn't know she's getting it. My friend Carol I've been in contact with the whole time, but the other 3 I haven't. And so we've reconnected. We try and have little knit nights or little like knitting meetups on a Sunday, like kind of once a month. We haven't been too good at it, but we decided to book an Airbnb and have our own little knitting retreat, knitting/crochet retreat, because some of them crochet more than knit. So that's happening next weekend. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have a long weekend away from work, away from my messy house, and just knitting the whole time. It's going to be so lovely. So, yeah, that's coming up. And I want to have something good cast on that I can whiz through. I kind of want to have the complicated bit done So if I'm going to cast on a top, I want to have the yoke done split for sleeves so that while I'm there I can just knit in the round and finish off while I'm chatting to everybody. And I don't want to just knit socks because I was folding my socks. I washed them all. I washed half of them the other day, and I must have over 100 pairs of socks, which is a lot, and I've gifted quite a lot too. I actually like knitting socks, but I've bought so many sweater quantities now that I feel like I just have to knit those. So yeah, that's all my biz. Not much else has been happening. I'm gonna go downstairs and chill out for a bit. Finally give in to Henry, who seems to have settled now that I'm finished. That's good. I'm gonna tidy up all this yarn. I'm gonna cast something on. Did I cast on my white or my red? I feel like white is more spring. This can be more summery. Or do I cast on the blue? No, I don't want to cast on the blue. Or do I cast on the silk? What am I going to make? Am I making a ranunculus? I don't know. Let's see what's on my... I'm just chit-chatting now. Let me see what's on my queue. I did have a queue. I'm not going to knit the Tulsta again. I had thought about it. I just don't like the fit of the collars. I don't like how they fit. I have them both sitting here. I put them on. I'm not too happy with it. This is the one that I was going to knit. The Flora tea. Can't quite remember why I stopped. I think because it uses negative ease, and I'm not really about that right now. Let's see what other t-shirts I've... Oh, look how beautiful this is. Isn't that gorgeous? Except, can I wear mohair? I don't know. Oh yeah, this is one of the ones I was going to knit. I think I'll use the silk for that. That is the Lyra Tea by Irene Lynn. Isn't that gorgeous? That is just gorgeous. Oh yes, the Sari Nordland. That's cute. Is that a DK? Sport. Usually I knit fingering weight with sport. Oh, I do have my purple sweater quantity. That would be nice. Yeah. I have some decisions to make. I think I have a little bit of decision paralysis because I make so many decisions in work at the minute that I'm not making any decisions, but I'm going to cast something on. That's all my biz. That's all my biz. I'm going to go and tidy up and then cast on. I hope you're having a really good time, day, whatever, life. I hope things are good. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you next time. Happy knitting!